Hello, hello. Okay. Hey, I'm Val Smith, and today I'm doing the review of Arachnids in UK. Part two review, obviously. Um, let's see. The positive things in this episode are the spiders to a degree. I'll get to that in a little bit. And let's see. One other thing. Oh yeah, it wasn't as bad as Rosa last week's episode. Okay, let's get on with everything that's fucked up about the story. The okay, for the first time in the last after 3 episodes of shitty villains, we finally get a not bad villain that is deliberately undermined because Chibnall has to keep shoehorning in his social justice warrior bullshit. And the thing is, this would have been a fine, fun B-movie adventure Attack of the Giant Spiders story. That's all it needed to be, just doing stupid, fun action stuff against giant spiders. There was no need for any of the goddamn bullshit that the story possessed. The shoehorning in of, oh, look at the corporate waste dumping crap, and oh, look at the evil man who can't take responsibility of anything. Of course, the woman in the story who works for a spider company thing that wasted those said spiders can't take any responsibility as well and just find someone to blame. But hey, not to mention the goddamn fact that they have to waste so much time going on about the toxic waste of blah 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 blah, and they're how dare you use guns, and why is she in charge, and the evil man, he shoots down the spider that was going to die. Also, you know what's the lousiest, most bullshit thing about this entire thing is that towards the end of the story, if you need to know the story, it's simple. There's a bunch of giant spiders trying to kill them. Essentially, throughout most of the story, they're trying to kill them, and they actually managed to kill already a few of the humans, which makes this story even more irritating. Because the thing is, they try to act like it's some proper life, but it's just a rodent. It's a giant fucking rodent going to kill you. No offense, but if a giant fucking spider is coming to eat you, you really want to go oh no, it's human and stuff. It's not talking to you. It has no sentience at all. It just wants to eat you. Why wouldn't you kill it? It doesn't make sense. It's not that I think, you should always go guns blazing or anything. Hell no. But, we know that they're killing human beings. We've seen them kill at least 3 human beings in the story. And they keep trying to go well, we'll find humane ways of killing them. Of course, their humane way of killing them is to trap all the spiders in one room where they can't get out, and they slowly suffocate/starve to death. Well, okay, to be fair, they wouldn't suffocate. Well, they would be claustrophobic together because all the spiders are crammed in one room together with no real food or water or any way to take care of themselves in any way, and they'll just die of starvation. That's somehow humane, but shooting a spider that's slowly dying of a suffocating air that would last for minutes, if not even hours. Oh, God forbid you do that. And look, I get that the dickhead man person who's evil because he's a white old man. Oh, God, how evil. That he's a dickhead. But the thing is, he's just meant to be a cheap-ass parody of Trump, which I don't give a fuck, okay? You know what? I'm going to say this. I don't give a fuck about the political parties. I don't give a fuck about the politics. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. They're all Trump, whether they're Democrats, whether they're Republicans, whether they pretend to have different names. They're all a bunch of assholes. They don't care about anyone. They never will. Most people don't care about anyone. It's a fact of life. Deal with it. I'm not saying it's right or anything, and there are those few rare people that are really selfless and care about everyone else around them. But they're so rare, sometimes I wonder if they're even real. Always someone to blame, always someone to point fingers at, always someone to say is the evil, demented one. I'm sorry. I went off topic. Whatever. The thing that makes this episode so irritating is that it could have been a fun, corny B-movie adventure with giant spiders trying to kill everyone. But every time they start to do that, every time they get close to doing that, shoehorn in the dick man dude thing, doing dick man things like, oh, why don't you use guns and shoot everyone down? What's wrong with you? And other such crap like that. I mean, that's basically the whole episode. Every time it gets to something interesting, that happens. Even the explanation of how the spiders are like that has to be because of pollution, because of the dick man, and only the dick man. Even though actually it was like a couple of different corporations that not even the dick man works with. But you know what I mean. Also, the most annoying thing, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the most annoying thing about the whole situation is they keep bitching about the dick man doing dick things, but they do absolutely nothing against the dick man to stop him in any way. You're letting him do this shit. You're like, no, don't shoot him, while letting him shoot the damn spider thing. Why are you bitching? You don't like it, do something. If you're not going to do anything, shut the fuck up. It's a fact of life, you know? If you're not going to do anything and you're just going to let people happen, you have no right to bitch about that because you sat there or stood there and did nothing. Nothing. You don't like it, you do something. You don't bitch about it and do nothing. Even I know that. Anyways, other things that were irritating was they kept trying to go on about Gran's mourning thing and the dad thing with the grandfather and son thing going on. And the thing is that just didn't really work. I still have no idea who the hell Nan is. I've forgotten already, and I'm not going to remember. So it's just kind of irritating them pretending to like act out like she's a character when she was just there to be the person to die. Anyways, and again, the letter with the father character doesn't do much either. The most annoying thing is the constant questioning of the doctor being with one of them or something like that. Like they're asked that like 3 different times. Are you with so-and-so? Are you with so-and-so? Are you with so-and-so? Who gives a fuck? They don't need to be with anyone. And you don't need to bring it up. It's just so... Please don't put in romance in this. Please, okay? You're already making the show a wasteland with all your bullshit propaganda. The last thing you need to do is shoehorn in shitty romances that aren't good as well. You know, all I want, and all I'm asking for Doctor Who is to be a science fiction TV show doing science fiction without shoehorning in any agendas. I'm not saying you shouldn't tackle relevant stuff with politics and shit, but do it with some subtlety, do it with some tact, do it in the context of a story. How do you do that? Well, it's simple. Instead of shoehorning in your politics, your moral, what have you, you just have a story develop with characters, and if some like prevalent issue with politics or something happens to be developed in the context of the story and it's a part of the story, that's the key. It has to be a part of the story. If you could cut that out and it has nothing to do with the main story, then forget it. But if it's a part of the story, if it connects to the story, if it flows with the story, then you're on the right track. Then you're not shoehorning in agendas, and your purpose is on telling a story with characters that just happens to deal with some issue, moral or otherwise, or whatnot. And another thing that also helps is not giving a direct answer, leaving it as a question to the audience to think it over. Like, okay, is this right? Is this wrong? That's how you do that shit. You don't say, this is inherently right, this is inherently wrong. fuck you, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't work, okay? Your purpose is to entertain, to tell a story. If you want to deal with heavy subject matter, fine, but deal with it in a way that's inherent to the story, flows and connects with the story, isn't shoehorned in any way, and more importantly, leave it open-ended for the audience's own interpretation. That's what makes something not only great, but timeless. That's not what Doctor Who is at all. Doctor Who is just shoehorn it in. Shoehorn, 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 shoehorn. And honestly, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. I mean, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to try and enjoy this series, but every time, it's not even trying. This is the closest-ish so far in the whole season, close-ish to a Doctor Who-ish episode. And it's still not there. And it's still full of shoehorned in nonsense that have nothing to do with Doctor Who. And the one interesting premise, they have to go about trying to humanize them, even though they have no intelligence whatsoever, even though their whole purpose is to kill and eat people, and they sort of set that up. And the fact they already killed 3 people, and their whole idea of what, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, and the worst thing is the first episode, literally, the first part of the episode shows the whole shoehorn in thing where the gal's like, oh my gosh, this thing's happened, you needed that. And he's like, I'm not taking responsibility for it. You hide it. You get rid of it, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then the other gal comes in like, oh no, I'm here for so-and-so. And like, you're fired. And then later on, like, the whole fire, they get all upset about the firing thing. And the doctor's like, hey, you can't be president because of that. Because you fired her. I mean, I'm not saying that it was right what he did, because he clearly just, got rid of her because of hiding or just being a dick. I don't know. But it's just, this could have at least been a fun, corny B-movie adventure story. Attack of the Giant Spiders, But it just shoehorned in too much of that SJW crap. And I'm just sick of the politics. I don't care. I don't care about the Republicans. I don't care about the Democrats. I don't care about the political parties. I care about, other things, but definitely not any of that. And I'm sick of hearing about these subjects, the way they go about it. And it's just, I just don't care, honestly. I don't care about this show anymore. I love Doctor Who. I've loved Doctor Who for years. But this isn't Doctor Who, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon to being Doctor Who again. It's just doing everything it can to be whatever, and I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of this. I think that's everything I gotta say. Well, till next week.